Hello everyone, welcome back to Nigerian View. So guys, Benin City is currently on fire because of the Infinity War currently going on between Black Ass, Eye and Maphite. As a matter of fact, this war has now become between Black Ass and Maphite as a young man was brought down 2 nights ago. So in this video, I am going to explain to you guys step by step what actually transpired the day that this young man was brought down. And I will advise you guys to listen to what I am going to explain, because this might just save somebody's life in case anybody find themselves in the situation that this young man find himself the day that he was brought down. I am also going to play an audio from the Edo State Security Service the day that this young man was brought down, because the Edo State Vigilante, they seem to be doing their best to try to stop what is going on, but it seems like the young men in Benin City are just too stubborn. So before I go into details about what happened, you guys already know what to do. Like this video, leave a comment in the comment section to tell me what you think in this kind of situation, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the video. So to begin with, this is one of the most difficult videos that I have to ever make after actually understanding the details of what went on that very day. So 2 nights ago at about 7-8 p.m, there was a lot of gunshots in an area in Benin City called Textile Mill Road. And it was later reported that this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen was brought down. Now this young man is said to be by the name of Osaowa, and the young man just got married. This young man is said to be a member of Maphite, and he was brought down by some young men who are said to be members of Black Ass. Now according to the story, this young man knew that they were actually coming from him. He told everyone around him that they were coming for him. A lot of people advised him to travel. A lot of people told him to leave the house. But unfortunately, the young man said he didn't really have anywhere to go to. So people were just advising him to go to somewhere safe, at least if it is just for a couple of days. So the day that this young man was brought down, which was 2 days ago, this young man was outside his house when another young man carried a cross bag, and that young man was making phone calls while he was passing at the front of the house of this young man. Now there is something you have to understand. The house that this young man was living in is a family house. The house is a passage house, and the house is not fenced. So it is just an open compound house. The young man is said to be living in one of the rooms in the house with his newly married wife. So let's get back to the story. On that very day that this young man was brought down, he saw another young man that was walking past his house. That young man was making a call, carrying a cross bag, and the young man was looking at him. He noticed that they are actually making plans to come and bring him down. He actually saw it. And after he told his friends, they told him, "What are you still doing? Just leave the house." But the problem was that he didn't have anywhere to go to. He didn't know where to go to. So about 2 hours after the young man that was carrying a cross bag made a call and passed his house, he saw about 4 young men carrying a sack that seemed to be empty. They walked past his house and they saw him outside. So the young man made a call to some of his friends and told them that this is what just happened, that these people are actually coming for him. So his friends became very worried, and they told him, "What are you still doing? Just try to leave the house." And this young man has told some of his friends that he would probably leave the next morning. So a few minutes after he made that call that some young men walked past his house with a sack, he went inside his room, probably to go and relax. So after he went inside his room, the young men that are said to be Black Ass members came to his house, and they were about 6 in number. So they asked someone if this young man was at home, and the person told them that the young man is not at home. But then they brought out their tool and they pushed the person out of the way. They went straight into this young man's room. Just listen, they went straight to his room. So the people that brought him down, they actually know him in person. They know his room. They know that is his family house. They know everything about him. So when they got to his room, they saw him and they fired at him on his leg. Boom, boom, boom. The young man screamed and he tried to run out, pushed some of the young men out of the way, and he ran to the side of the house. And then they went to meet him at the side of the house, and they fired 4 times at him on his head, so the young man actually fell. This young man that brought him down left. The family of the young man quickly rushed the young man to the hospital, and the young man already went down before they got to the hospital. Now, I quickly want to put something into perspective. You see, the last video I made about this particular situation, when a young man was brought down at a barricade motor spare pass, the young man by the name of Raphael. Now, it will interest you guys to know that Raphael and this young man that was just brought down 2 days ago, they grew up in the same area, in the same textile mill road. These 2 young men actually know each other, and it was said that this young man was very sad when he heard the news that Raphael was brought down. The reason was because he and Raphael grew up together, even if they don't belong to the same confraternity. So after I heard the whole story about what happened to this young man and the way he was brought down, because every time I always advise people to travel, but some people really have no place to go to. And I was thinking, there should be a lot of Maphite members in Benin. This young man should have just went to one of his friend's house to relax. Probably, that would have been able to help. And when the Black Axe members brought him down, they were shooting sporadically around the area. So the Edo State Vigilante quickly rushed there to go and save the situation. Unfortunately, before they got there, the young man has already been brought down. So I am going to play the audio from the Edo State Vigilante when they were on their way to the scene, so you can hear for yourself what the young man said.
0064 Charlie Ebo Sales Local Road. We just got an information for a reliable source that heavily armed men, they are shooting in Tezame Junction. Maybe it's a court fight or a robbery incident. As I gave this interest, I'm on my way going there to do the needful to disarm them and strike them off. As I gave you this stress local road ever Merkula camp. Over.